She told her mother on speakerphone, "He'll never know about the abortion. I'm not ruining my body for his kid." I was standing right there. I said nothing, just walked out and filed for divorce that afternoon. Next morning, a process server was waiting at her Pilates studio. I, 35 male, got home early from a conference in Denver. Keynote speaker had food poisoning. Whole thing got canceled. Instead of coming back Friday night, I walked through my garage door at 2:47 p.m. on a Wednesday. Heard Natalie's voice from the living room. She was on speaker, talking to her mom, Denise. "Denise, but sweetie, are you sure Trevor won't figure it out?" I stopped walking, just froze mid-step with my laptop bag still on my shoulder. Natalie laughed. "Mom, relax. I told him I had that legal conference in Austin last week. He believed it. Men are clueless about this stuff. But he's been so excited about trying." "Yeah, well, I wasn't about to let that ruin everything. You know what pregnancy does to a woman's career? I just made partner. I'm not throwing that away because Trevor wants to play house." My hand was on the wall. I needed it to stay upright. "Denise, so it's really done? The abortion?" "Last Tuesday. Quick procedure, home by 3 p.m. He'll never know. I'm not ruining my body for his kid. Not happening." "What if he asks about why you're not getting pregnant?" "Natalie, I got an IUD put in during the same appointment. I'll just keep pretending we're trying. It's not like he can tell the difference." They both laughed, my wife and her mother. Laughing. We'd been trying for 8 months. She'd cried every month when her period came. Real tears, or so I thought. We'd picked out baby names. She'd sent me links to nursery furniture, all of it fake. I didn't storm in. Didn't confront her. Just backed out through the garage, got in my car, and drove straight to my college buddy Ben's law office. Ben's been a divorce attorney for 12 years. I sat in his office and told him everything. He didn't look surprised. "How fast do you want this done?" he asked. "Yesterday." "Trevor, man, I'm sorry, that's brutal. But here's the reality. You're looking at splitting marital assets roughly 50-50. The house, retirement accounts, savings. She just made partner, so alimony's probably off the table at least." "I don't care, just get me out." We spent 3 hours drafting paperwork. By 6 p.m., the divorce petition was filed. Ben called his guy Dale, retired cop who serves process. "She does hot yoga every Thursday at 7 a.m. at that place on Market Street, right? Core Power. Never misses it. Dale will be waiting in the parking lot. She'll be served before her first vinyasa or whatever." I checked into a hotel. Didn't take anything except my laptop and a change of clothes. Left my wedding ring on the kitchen counter with a note. "Heard your call with Denise. We're done." Started getting calls around 10 p.m. Natalie. Ignored every single one. 32 calls that night. Didn't listen to a single voicemail. Update 1. Dale texted at 7:03 a.m. Delivered. She went white as a sheet. Asked if it was a prank. I said, "Nope, you're being divorced. Have a blessed day." My phone lost its mind around 7:20. Natalie, Denise, her sister Kristen. Blocked all of them. Then the emails started. "Trevor, what is happening? Call me right now. You can't just divorce someone without talking to them." "Trevor, this is Denise. I don't know what's gotten into you, but this is extremely childish. Call my daughter back immediately and work this out like an adult." "Dude, DTF? This is Kristen. You're really pulling this?" "Over what?" Deleted all of them. Ben called at 9 a.m. So Natalie hired Philip Rothstein. Corporate attorney, handles some family law. He's already pushing for an emergency meeting. No meetings. "Trevor, you have to negotiate at some point. Then we'll do it through you. I'm not sitting across a table from her." Changed the locks that afternoon. Had my buddy Derek install cameras at every entry point. Front door, back door, garage. Cost me $800, but worth it for what happened next. The divorce papers gave her 48 hours to collect essential personal items. She showed up at 4 p.m. with Denise and Kristen. Watched the whole thing on my phone from the office. Natalie tried her tea. Nothing. Pounded on the door. "Trevor, open this door. This is my house." Denise literally screeching. "This is illegal. You can't lock her out of her own property." Kristen, "Just call the cops, Nat. He can't do this." They did. 2 officers showed up about 20 minutes later. "Officer, ma'am, do you currently live here?" "Yes, we're married. Of course I live here." "But you were served with divorce papers this morning, correct?" "Natalie, that doesn't mean he can just lock me out." "Officer, Actually, ma'am, during a separation, your husband has the right to secure his property. Do you have somewhere else to stay? Watching her face go from entitled rage to shocked disbelief through the camera was incredible. Denise stepped in front of the camera. Trevor, I know you're watching. This is ridiculous. Be a man and let my daughter get her things. I texted Ben. Tell Rothstein she gets supervised access Saturday morning. 2 hours. She brings one person, you'll be there. Take it or leave it. That night, Natalie's best friend Vanessa started texting me. Hey Trevor, look, I know you guys are going through something, but Natalie is wrecked. She's staying at her parents' and she won't stop crying. Can you at least talk to her? No. Come on. 6 years of marriage and you won't even have a conversation? She made a mistake. We all make mistakes. She didn't make a mistake. She made a choice and lied about it for weeks. You're being really cold. Do you know how humiliating it was for her to get served at Core Power? Everyone saw. Her entire yoga class is talking about it. Good. Hope they talk. Update 2 Saturday morning. Ben showed up at 9 a.m. Natalie pulled up at 9:02 with Kristen. Natalie had definitely been crying. Mascara slightly smudged, eyes red, trying to look pitiful. Trevor, please, can we just talk? Alone? No. You won't even hear me out? I heard everything I needed to on Wednesday. Ben handed her a printed list. These items have been identified as your personal property. You have 2 hours. Natalie looked at the list like it personally offended her. 2 hours? I lived here for 4 years. Then prioritize, I said. Kristen jumped in. You're really enjoying this, aren't you? Making her suffer? No, I'm making this efficient. Big difference. They went inside. I stayed in the living room, scrolling through my phone while Ben supervised. Natalie kept trying to catch my eye, start a conversation. Ignored her every time. About 40 minutes in, Denise showed up, walked right in without knocking. Trevor Mitchell, you look at me. I glanced up. You need to leave. You're not authorized. Authorized? This is family. I'm her mother. And you're trespassing. Ben? Ben stood up. Mrs. Patterson, you need to exit the property. Denise's face went red. After everything we've done for you, we welcomed you into this family. We paid for half your wedding. Appreciated it. Now leave. Natalie came running out. Mom, what are you doing here? Trying to talk sense into your husband. Ex-husband, I said. Technically still married for like 90 more days, but let's not split hairs. Natalie's eyes filled with tears. Trevor, please. I know you're hurt, but we can fix this. Counseling, therapy, whatever you need. I don't need anything except for you to finish packing. Can't you just listen to me? Let me explain. Explain what, Natalie? That you terminated a pregnancy I didn't know existed? That you cried fake tears for 8 months while I comforted you? That you laughed with your mom about how clueless I am? Dead silence. Even Kristen looked uncomfortable. Denise recovered first. She has a right to make choices about her body. Absolutely. And I have the right to divorce someone who built an entire system of lies. Funny how rights work. Natalie was really crying now. Ugly crying. I was scared. The partnership, you don't understand the pressure I was under. You had 8 months to tell me. You had every single day to be honest. You chose lies. Kristen tried to block my path. You're being cruel. No, I'm being clear. You have 1 hour and 15 minutes left. They loaded up Kristen's SUV in silence. Right before driving away, Natalie tried once more. I love you. I know I screwed up, but I love you. Don't throw away 6 years over one mistake. You didn't make one mistake. You made hundreds of them. Every morning you woke up next to me and kept lying. Every time you sent me baby furniture links. Every time you pretended to be disappointed. Those weren't mistakes, Natalie. That was a lifestyle. She just stared at me, then left. The next few weeks were hell. Rothstein kept filing motions, temporary support, exclusive use of the marital home, emergency hearings. Ben shot them all down. Then it got dirty. My HR department called. Someone had filed an anonymous complaint about me creating a hostile work environment and erratic behavior suggesting emotional instability. My boss knew the basics of my situation. Trevor, this is garbage. We looked into it. There's nothing here, but someone's trying to mess with your job. Thanks, Mike. I appreciate you checking. Divorce brings out the worst in people. Hang in there. 2 days later, my car got keyed. Deep scratches down both sides. Parking garage at my condo has cameras, but they were conveniently malfunctioning that day according to building management. $3,200 in damage. Filed a police report. Couldn't prove anything, but I knew. Then, Rothstein filed the big one, emergency spousal support motion. Claimed I'd abandoned Natalie without warning and left her destitute and homeless. Ben's response was surgical. He attached time-stamped transcript of the divorce papers. Served 7 a.m. Thursday, access denied 4 p.m. Thursday, well within the 48-hour notice. Doorbell camera footage of Natalie screaming, "This is my house." Denise on camera, "Make him pay for this." Bank records showing Natalie's new partner salary, $185,000. The judge denied it. Ordered us to work out asset division and set a settlement conference in 60 days. But they weren't done. Vanessa started a whisper campaign. Suddenly mutual friends were asking me really pointed questions. "Hey man, heard Natalie's side of things, pretty intense. What'd you hear? That you, basically forced her to get pregnant and then went psycho when she couldn't handle it. That's creative. So it's not true? Opposite of true, but believe what you want." Lost a few friends over it. The ones who believed her story without asking mine weren't real friends anyway. The real escalation came when Denise showed up at my office. Security called me. "Mr. Mitchell, there's a Denise Patterson in the lobby demanding to see you. She's becoming agitated. Call the police if she won't leave. I'm not coming down." She left before the cops arrived, but sent me a 5-page email that night. The highlights: I was destroying her daughter's life. I was heartless and vindictive. I should be ashamed of myself. The abortion was none of my business. Wild take. I owed Natalie at minimum $50,000 for emotional damages. If I didn't pay, she'd make sure everyone knows what kind of man you really are. Forwarded it to Ben. Is this legally actionable? It's borderline harassment. Save it. If it continues, we can get a restraining order. Final update. The settlement conference was 8 weeks after I filed. Rothstein walked in looking tired. Natalie looked worse. Thinner, dark circles, dressed professionally, but you could tell she was struggling. Ben laid it out. We split the house equity. We split retirement accounts based on years of marriage. My client keeps his 401k minus marital portion. Your client keeps hers. No alimony. Incomes are comparable now. Rothstein looked at Natalie. She nodded. The house sold for $520,000. After paying off the mortgage, $312,000, we each got $104,000. My 401k took a hit, had to give her $87,000 of the value accumulated during marriage. She kept her retirement accounts. I kept mine. Total cost, about $191,000 in assets, plus $22,000 in legal fees. Worth every cent. We signed everything. The judge finalized it 30 days later. Right before we left the conference room, Natalie stopped me. "Trevor, I really am sorry about all of it. I was selfish and I handled everything wrong." I looked at her. This person I'd loved for 6 years, who I'd trusted completely, who I'd built a life with. "Okay." That's all I said. Walked out. That was 3 months ago. Here's where everyone ended up. Natalie. Her partnership isn't going well. Apparently the stress tanked her performance on a major case. She's on a performance improvement plan, which is corporate speak for, "We're building a case to fire you." Heard this from a mutual friend who works in her building. The new boyfriend she started seeing broke up with her after 2 months. According to Kristen, who reached out to apologize for her behavior, he couldn't deal with the constant drama and crying about her ex-husband. She's still living with her parents. At 32, Denise apparently drives her crazy, but she can't afford a place on her own yet, with legal fees and the divorce settlement. Her relationship with Natalie is strained now. Turns out constant proximity reveals who someone really is. They fight constantly, according to Kristen. Actually apologized to me. I didn't know the full story. What she did was messed up. I'm sorry I came at you like that. We're not friends, but we're civil. The revenge. People keep asking if I feel guilty for ruining her life. I didn't ruin anything. She did that herself when she terminated a pregnancy without telling me and built an 8-month lie about trying to start a family. The process server at Core Power? That was calculated. Could have done it privately at home. But she'd lied to my face for months without flinching. Figured she could handle some public embarrassment. The quick lock change? protecting my assets and mental health. The methodical legal approach, ensuring I got out fast and clean. None of it was revenge. It was consequences. Me, bought a smaller place downtown. 1-bedroom condo, 900 square feet, but it's mine. No memories, no lies, no ghosts. Started seeing someone new about a month ago. Lauren, she's a physician's assistant, divorced herself 3 years back. We're taking it slow. The trust issues are real. I catch myself questioning everything, but therapy's helping. Sold some collectible watches I'd had in storage and made about $15,000. That plus some smart investments has me almost back to where I was financially. The divorce was expensive, but I'm recovering. Some nights I still replay that phone call. Her laughing. He'll never know. Her mom laughing with her. The casual cruelty of it. And I think about how I would have gone on living that lie indefinitely if I hadn't come home early that day. How many more months or years she would have tried while secretly preventing it. How many more fake tears she would have cried. People say I should have talked to her first. Given her a chance to explain. But what's there to explain? She made her choice. Multiple choices. Every single day for 8 months. And the only reason I found out was pure luck. You can't fix that kind of betrayal with a conversation. The best revenge isn't dramatic. It's not screaming matches or destroyed property or public humiliation. It's just walking away and letting someone live with the consequences of their own choices. She wanted her career more than honesty. Now she has neither. She wanted to keep me as a backup plan. Now she has no plan at all. She thought she was smarter than me. Turns out she wasn't smart enough to hang up before talking. And me? I'm free. Building a new life with someone honest. Processing the betrayal in therapy. Slowly learning to trust again. That's not revenge. That's just moving forward. But watching her life fall apart from a distance while mine gets better? Yeah, okay. That part's pretty satisfying.